I can't breathe in this thing!
It's another day, another self-caused problem. However, I have managed to get this working properly again. This is going to cack out, I just know it, because somehow, despite me vacuuming this all out, I wound up with oxygen in here. And it's not it's not doing what it's supposed to. And it's just not doing what it's supposed to. Which means I'll have to shut it off, cool it off, piddle around. Did manage to bring the cooling tank down. I brought up a bunch of brine from way down here. So this started getting kind of high, so I was pumping it out, and all these filled up. So as a side project, I just sorted out whatever the hell was in there, and it dawned on me that I had a whole pile of reasonably temperatured brine just sitting there, doing nothing. Trucked it all the way up here, dumped it into this tank. Thanks, Furnace. Dumped it into this tank, threw in some ice temp shift plates to cool it off faster, and ba-da! So when I fired this thing up, it's got a wonderfully stupid bypass in it right now. I pulled out all the piping for this hot water because it couldn't keep up with it. It just couldn't. This went from 19 to 30 degrees and helped normalize all of this, and now I'm ready to pull it out. And it dawns on me, what am I going to do with a pile of 30-degree brine? Well, this is still rampaging away. Either I just pump it down here, or I pump this up here. And this actually seems like the better idea. These little guys have not had anyone visit them in a long time because people were going in there and getting heat stroke, and I lost at least one rancher. Really, really unfortunate. So I had to not let them through this door. Well, no, I let them in just long enough to reroute some of this gas piping because I've got a bit of a... There's some thick air in there. That's some thick ass air. It has to go somewhere, and I'm going to have to build more pipes somehow. These guys still farting out petroleum. And it dawned on me I could let them fart it through here. Well, that's not much, right? It's a very tiny amount. 2 kilos of it. But it's 83 degrees. So I let that build up for a little bit. Couldn't go anywhere, and I fired a whole bunch of 80-degree oil through here. And it's very, very slowly drop the temperature down in here to something where I can start working with it. So I'm gonna just YOLO this. It's of course we're gonna be coming up on night here in a minute. Go with the plumbing overlay. Break. Deconstruct this. Oh, there's somebody and got to it. Okay, now quick bit of plumbing here. That back up so that can actually go somewhere. Oh no, it's going to try to get through here again. Deconstruct that in a hurry before it gets there. You've already run away, haven't you? Nope. And come on, you can do it. And nope. We got a little bit of oil caught in that line. That's okay. Deconstruct. Right goddamn now that. And that. Oh, hang on, don't break that. I need that. Is there still... Where do you think you're gonna go? Where do you plan on going, oil? Okay. Break that. I don't see you having anywhere to go at all. No. Before this dupe gets too far. Okay. You into there. Game, hello. You into there. You into there. So... obviously there's a bunch of broken stuff in here, but that's okay, because now that we're below boiling, I should be able to get in here. We'll pump a bunch of 60-degree liquid in there. Should do a bit of a number on it. This, that water is going to cause an issue, though. A little bit of frog in my throat here tonight. Anybody? Nope. I've got a night crew for just these reasons. You understand that, right? 3 people on night crew. One of you can come and do something. Then once we clear this all out, the next step is going to be, I think, what I've got to 35 and this here. We're going to send our slicksters over the Rainbow Bridge because this entire prospect is untenable at the moment. I can't get anyone in there. I can't cool anything off. Anyone that goes in gets heat stroke and they might die. Unfortunately, our little slimy gooey buddies are going to be taking a swim. I should still have... I still have three larvae. What I do, cleared a bunch of space over here. Probably this big mess of crap, where it's still actually livable. Or, no, you're probably better off over here. Because the big concern is just getting the carbon dioxide there. And it's all coming out of this mess. So I could just reroute it over here where I'm not doing anything. But yeah, I'll lose some cold. That's unfortunate. But I can move the refinery and all this crap over there. And they should be able to eat all of that carbon dioxide. And I'll move the polymer press. I can't risk turning this thing on. It'll heat this up too much. But if I do something over there with it, yeah. But I'm afraid, like, I can't let anyone in. They immediately try to go ranch stuff or fix these. Sorry, little guys. You're cute and all, but I can't risk the manpower. Okay, these guys are almost done here. There should be enough room for some water to get in there. Wow, it has no idea where it wants to go. Hello, what's wrong with you? Oh. And then you, for some reason, want to be like that. Turn you on? No power. Did I break a power line here? Is that the one thing I forgot? Ah, fudge. It's on you. Potential 960, but you're all those things. Since we're not ranching anything, that's not going to matter. Okay. Electrician's work is done. They should go in there and scatter all over the place and hopefully drop the temperature a bit, as it desperately tries to find somewhere it can go. Oh, it's just filling up every spot it can, because it wants to try to go everywhere. What are we down to? Well, this water is still 90 bloody degrees. 60. You know, it might help. It might help if I'd opened the drain. It might have. Just saying that might have been a possibility. However, I think 65 is still a little hot. Might be able to fix this. Got 8 tons of iron sitting in there. I did manage to sneak some of the stuff out. You can see through this horrible array of stupidity here. Just to build a door, just to drop the 500 and some degree block of iron out. Got it out. Okay. So you're not going as far as I would like you to, but you're still going. And what are you at? 70 degrees. Still funny. 80. To this. Gonna let a little heat out of the room. We'll let a little heat in. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of pressure in here anymore after it dropped. The issue is that it's pulling in and all the stuff in here is still like the pipes are still 80 degrees. Come on. Drop to something I can work with, please. Yeah, everything in there is still really hot, but and of course it's downtime, so crack the whip, get the night crew in here. So at least I can at least get this 90 degree water out of here. Okay, get that and run. It's gonna get hot all of a sudden. It's gonna raise the temperature of our water, but that's okay. It should, in time, drop some of this temperature down. Boy, just came by to look at the hole, did you? Well, I'm going to let that sort itself out as the night passes by. Another issue, so yeah, all that heat we put in here fried all of these things. That's 150, that's 300 kilos of carbon dioxide I need to get out of there. And then over here, because we're feeding 90 degree salt water into this thing, it broke because I didn't make it a gold amalgam. And this 90 degree water is causing problems. It's causing a lot of problems. This heat in here, I mistakenly thought I was going to get to insulated tile this all up in one nice quick shot. It didn't work out the way I wanted it to. I dug this hole with the intention of going after this, and it went off and went off and went off, and it heated all this up. So this is just shockingly hot. I had to resort to, yes, that's minus 45 degree oxygen. I had to pressure this up to the point where it would push the hot air out. And I've been going after it one tile at a time. Now that we're down to something tolerable, someone's still going to get scalded, but we'll block it off. And then we'll just force minus 40 degree air down there. Might just build into the gas vent. Where's it? Not bad. It's not bad about there. So build you. Give me that. Atmo sensor and some wire, so I can shut it off when I need to. And then we'll force minus 45 degree air down here, which would be great. And then by that time, this thing should stop going off, and I'll have to resort to needing somewhere else for my water. Now, I assumed that since I didn't design this, it would work, and I guess I messed something up somewhere because this thing has had a complete runaway. These are running too hot because everything's 300 some degrees in here, but it's not supposed to be. This is supposed to delete heat, but now it's saying, oh, I'm too hot, I'm too hot. You're getting 40 degrees of cooling. Ought to be okay. But you're not, and it's not deleting enough heat. Frozen. Okay, give me a switch. Looking for power. Throw a switch on it. Throw a kill switch on it, because you gotta throw a kill switch on everything. And we'll kill it and let it cool off. I don't know why it's doing this. This ran great for like a day and a half. You have to resort to a dumb thing like a switch. I'm gonna have to get in there and make a temperature sensor or something. Like when it, these were supposed to kick off when it hit. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, these sent a signal, opened the door, but it didn't matter because this thing was making enough heat to make everything run on its own. It's one thing after a bloody another every bloody time. Well, hopefully I don't crater too many things. I have emergency power in other places. To see how poorly this goes. What other generators I can run? Why are you not going at all now? Did I not finish your automation wire? No? Oh, because that one's empty. Because I've got a bypass like that. So this one... Okay. I can fix this. Someone come down here and break that. Because it's trying to feed into there and it's all just going away. I'm using these as like reserve tanks. But he's supposed to shut off if you notice that this one is empty, and I was running stuff in a dumb way. So you should be... I'm not sure you are going to fill, Mr. Reservoir. I think you're just... Game? Do that to me. I think you're getting... You're not even getting anything. Wow. What kind of plumber rating was I doing there? What sort of bad plumbing job was that? What the hell was I doing there? I have no idea what that pipe would have done in the first place. That's something I would have built like 2 weeks ago and just walked away from. Okay, well, you... Can I change any part of your automation right now? No, I would have to break something. You're not going to kick in. You were set to shut off when? So the red signal when you're less than 100. Green signal when you're there. But you're not going to fill up because you're first in line. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I also hate redstone in Minecraft too. So somewhere along the line, somehow, because I was working with what the pressure was down here, you notice there's next to no atmosphere. Yeah, we had no, there was no gas in there to do temperature transfer. But there's gas in there now. There's 5 to 8 kilos of natural gas, which is heavy, I understand, but it's working for cooling. It's actually working quite well for cooling, considering there's 200 some degrees of the heat coming out of here. Now, hopefully, right now this is all literally running off of the leftover heat in the aqua tuner, which is kind of weird. I'm generating max power from something I didn't want this hot. It's interesting. It's weird. I should have expanded on this idea. My mistake. And my other problem down here is that I've lost cooling. This used to pull up minus 4 degrees water. And I'm not sure where in the spaghetti I managed to throw too much cooling in, too much heating in. The weird part really does get me is the only heat that should be coming into this is the heat that comes out from here. Well, plus a little bit. So this here, this dumb idea up here is cooling my turbine, which actually isn't running all that hot. This has yet to get very high. So this turbine hasn't had to worry about a whole lot of heat. This water's been dribbling down on here, runs across, drips back into here, and it's coming back at 11 degrees. I didn't back out the heat in there, but there's barely anything, so this is staying reasonably cool just by this gob of water here. If it's that 3 degrees, that's kind of really dumb. If that 3 degrees has pushed it over the edge, that's really unfortunate, because this used to run it like way cooler. Cool enough that before I was recording, it was safe to run Sleetweed over here. This was running at about -2, and now I don't know what happened. Either the heat from the farm tiles getting built came in too hot. We got here 7, 8 degrees, which is essentially ambient. This over here was doing amazing, and now it's 7 degrees. Gas is still cooling off nicely. What the hell did I do here? This was coming out. This is actually coming out colder than I wanted to, and I had to throw a bunch of. This is actually up around here, and I had to throw 10 blocks worth of 14 degrees C water in here. You see, this is 15 to what it was before, so I just threw it in there thinking, oh, it'll cool off, no problem. But somewhere along the line, I pushed the cooling a little too far, kind of like with it up top. So this comes out. The weird part, what gets me is, it's coming out of cooling at 5 degrees. It's only picking up 3 degrees. 3 degrees between here and there. An extra 3 here, so 6 degrees. This should be a lot colder. Like, this is given up. I know the fact that this is, sorry, there's only 10 kilos of water in there compared to 1,000 kilos of polluted water. But it should do more than just, oh my god, and I just looked at my food. Spot fire after the next. I'm either going to have to... I'm going to have to take away this guy's cooling. Just for that 3 degrees. And while I'm on the subject, why are you meatheads at 14,000 calories? So, first things we'll do is we'll deal with the free-range puffs. Let's throw a couple more in here. Oh, I have no actual eggs. Just princes. I'm waiting for them to grow up. Oh, I know why. Oh, frickin'. In order to get everybody to stop trying to kill themselves, going into the Slickster Ranch, I had to turn down their... deprioritize their ranching. So now nobody's visiting the aminals. We're here, Ruby. You would say hi to the aminals. You too. And Frankie. And Bert. And Camille. There, that should make these things nice and happy. So that's some free-range fluff up there. Let's go after the... Let's kill a whole bunch of fish down here. And make sure I don't screw myself out of more fish. Here's what really gets me. This place should be ugly as hell. Doing! 9 tropical pacu are worth an awful lot of decor. If it wasn't for the fact that everything else is negative. Oh no, hey, that's 15 cents. Guy could put a ranch, a pacu ranch, somewhere in the middle. Line it with glass plates and let everyone look at the fish. What do we got in here? Not enough to risk a kill-off. Another tropical fry, and I bet you I have stopped because I've stopped paying attention to my egg. Hey, Ren. Because I've stopped paying attention to these guys, I'm probably running out of hatches again. Oh my god. Okay. You. Pepper bread. Make me 40,000 calories of pepper bread. I have a phenomenal amount of sweet wheat grain that's literally just sitting up waiting to die. Ugh. I think that's enough fighting fires for today. I'll deal with some of these other problems off camera and hopefully... Before I take off, how is this disaster doing? You are still 80 degrees. Good gravy. Let's let the massacre go on. Can I possibly? Could I possibly? Could I break enough piping in here deconstruct that 1, 2, 3, 4 get that, which gives me a bit of weird motion in here that should, at least now it's moving around a bit, eh? Okay, we're down to 60 some. That's going to stay hot for a while. That's okay, that should fix this. And I'll have to find some other way to pull 12 tons of metal out of this volcano. It's not going to result in flash steaming. Maybe just a giant pile of water like this. Oh no, I'll figure it out. I'll see you in the future.